Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know it is time for a reading. We are back to the regularly scheduled program. So this is your new moon in Sagittarius reading, your Sagittarius lunar cycle reading. So we are talking kind of beginning, middle-ish of December to the same point in January. Until we get into the Capricorn lunar cycle. So that is what this reading will cover, and this reading is for Taurus. Oop. Already, dang. I literally said here, I said y'all sign, and then y'all threw out cards. Excuse me, guys. What is that? You've got the 8 of Earth falling out. And then you've also got, what is that, the 3 of Water? The 3 of Water coming out as well. And these two cards talk about really celebrating what you've created or what you've cultivated. And then this is a card that talks about looking to the future with a sense of certainty. So these two cards coming out, Taurus, the first message that I get right off the bat, apparently, and I don't know if your whole reading is going to be about this, but comes with a little message of, you know, give yourself some credit where it's due. And then also as you move towards the future, as you create new plans, understand that you do harbor that energy to make very successful things. So those are your first messages first and foremost. With that being said, this video is for Taurus, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying in the video is not resonating with you, feel free to go on and check out your moon and or rising sign. This is a general video, so it may not resonate with everybody, but I do have a link to a playlist down in the description box to all of those videos, okay? With that being said, also check out the new moon in Sagittarius video. Give you guys a little bit or a lot of bit of information on what to expect as far as the energy is concerned for this lunar cycle, okay? All right, let's get these cards shuffled for you. What other videos do I want you guys to watch? Jupiter is now in Sagittarius, so I do have a video up on that. Go on and check that out. We are out of the Mercury retrograde, but you know, if you're curious to see what went down or for some reflection, go on and check out that video. What else? We're moving out of the fall, so if you'd like to do some reflection on the fall season as well, go on and check out those videos as well, the Autumn Equinox Tarot Forecast. Then I will have a few other rounds of videos coming out before the year is up, so watch out for those too, okay? All right, let's go on and shuffle these cards for you. As I said, this is your lunar cycle tarot. Ooh, okay, Taurus with the abundance card. And there goes your 8 of Earth again. Typical lunar cycle tarot forecast, sorry, y'all. Meaning we'll be looking at the energy coming in for you guys during this lunar cycle. We'll be looking at any crossing energies because we are talking about Sagittarius as far as the lunar cycle is concerned. One of the cards that I pull will look at where you guys need to be looking at things as far as the bigger picture goes. And then on the other hand, we will be looking at where you need to take a leap of faith and be a little bit more adventurous like Sagittarius. And then as always, a soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this reading. All right, let's finish shuffling these cards for you, Taurus. Ooh. You guys just got messages today. There's a 7 of Coins and the Page of Wands. So this kind of does reflect the two cards that also fell out right at the beginning. The 7 of Coins is a card of cultivation. If you look at this, what are those cabbages? Those look like cabbages, but they're probably not. They're coins because this is a coins card, but they look like the coins are inside cabbages. Anyways, 7 of Coins is a card of cultivation, of really putting energy and really being very strategic about the foundations that you're building upon. And then you've got the Page of Wands, which is the carrier of the energy of the wand suit. So these two cards coming out, Taurus, whatever you're planning on doing or whatever it is that you want to do or that you have these big dreams and goals about, I think this card coming out with it is saying to put a little more of your earth energy into the process. Actually be very strategic and plan and really create a foundation for whatever it is that you're trying to see come into fruition, okay? Excuse me, sorry y'all. Let's finish shuffling these cards so I can do your actual reading for you. All right, let's cut the deck. And cut the deck again. And let's see what's popping. Okay, you've got some very pretty powerful cards coming up in your spread, Taurus. Let's start with the energy coming in for you during this Sagittarian lunar cycle, and you've got the card of abundance, so that's pretty poppin'. This is pretty much as it says it is. You are supposed to be tapping into a very abundant energy coming up in this lunar cycle, and I would like to give a message about the abundance card. When we hear the word abundance, I feel like we are automatically inclined to think about money or finances. I don't think that this card is coming up in regards to your money. I think this is coming up in regards to energy. I think there should be a surplus of positive energy coming in, or just an abundance of knowledge or an abundance of wisdom coming in for you, Taurus, during this next lunar cycle. I think you're going to be learning quite a bit, probably about yourself and about where you come from. I don't know why. I feel like that's the message. With the imagery on this card, you see this girl. What is she doing? What are those birds? I'm so bad with art, y'all. She looks like she's tending to something, like she's working on something that she's building here. But she's got this dragon behind her and this rainbow, and then you've got the stars in the universe behind her. So you see that she's got all of these things behind her to put into what it is that she wants to create here. And she's very focused on what she has coming about for her. But she has all of these great energies kind of supporting her and pushing her along the way. I think, Taurus, for you during this lunar cycle, especially because Sagittarius is the sign associated with philosophy, especially spiritual philosophy, I think for you guys, you will be learning a lot about yourselves in regards to your spiritual essence, or where you come from, or your ancestry. I think those things will be coming up for you. And I also say that because you have the Judgment card here, which I will talk about in a little bit. Aside from, you know, tapping into that new knowledge and coming into all of those things, like I said, this is just a very abundant energy. I think this is, you know, coming around the holiday season. I think for you guys, you will feel fulfilled in regards to the people that you have around you, in regards to the things that you're getting into, just feeling pretty content and complete and whole. You have the abundant card coming in. And if you're not feeling that energy already, Taurus, I would say that this is an energy that you're supposed to be tapping into during the Sagittarian lunar cycle, which makes sense, like I said, with it being around the holiday season, right? I'm coming up in the position of what is, or what could be a crossing energy for you guys. I've got the Judgment card, and if you watch my videos, you know I consider this one of my karmic cards. What I get here is a very interesting message for you, Taurus. I feel like, as I said, you know, coming into knowledge, I feel like you're supposed to be tapping into some sort of something in regards either to like your ancestors or your history, or just your gifts or your higher self, something of that sort, something on a higher level, right? And I think that you're supposed to be tapping into this and figuring these things out about yourself in order to come into this abundant energy. Not to say that this is not here for you, but I think that there's like a gateway, so to speak. I believe that, you know, kind of like an epiphany moment. There's something that you're supposed to know, or something that you're supposed to learn, that's going to kind of open your eyes to all of these possibilities and opportunities. So for you, Taurus, I think this coming up in a crossing position could be because, you know, you guys are focusing on, but you had that Seven of Pentacles come out. There are things that you want to do, and so you're not necessarily worried about where these ideas are coming from, or, you know, what is triggering these actions, or what is making you feel moved to do these things. But as I talk about being on our soul mission all the time, on our life's paths all the time, you know, Taurus, there are things that we decide to do in this life, and there are energies that we decide to pull upon from, you know, lives past. And I think right now, during this time, again, this is one of my karmic cards, this is one of your like karmic cycle times where you're supposed to be tapping into some information or some gifts, and maybe it hasn't come around just yet. Maybe you haven't been doing the things that you need to do to open up yourself to these energies. And I don't get that this being a crossing card is a very heavy energy. I just think it's kind of like a lock and key type of thing. Like you have to tap into it to tap into this. So I do believe that this can be turned into an upright energy during this lunar cycle. I just think that you've got to continue doing as you do. Divine timing, the situations that you find yourself in, the things that you find yourself learning, don't move with resistance. Be open to new things, because one of these new situations or these conversations is what's going to help you open up this energy of abundance for yourself, okay? Excuse me. Hey, Mush Mush. Hey, girl. Hi. All right, guys. The next card that you have coming up in your spread is in the position of where do you need to look at things in terms of the bigger picture, and you've got the Fool card. So Taurus, as I said, something about karmic cycles. Excuse me, sorry. I'm talking about karmic cycles and coming into these new chapters of life, these new phases of life, set up on our journeys. You have the Fool card here. So this is all about, this is actually the take a leap of faith card. If you look at that card, look, this little person is like literally taking a leap of faith. Literally, right? For you, Taurus, you guys are Earth. You guys are not necessarily extremely adventurous. You guys are an Earth sign. You move with the more, you know, laid back, a little more of a stable energy. You're not, you know what I was going to say? You're not resistant to change. No, you are. You guys are Tauruses. You're stubborn. So this is saying that there's this energy for you to tap into. There are these cycles that you're supposed to be coming into. You have got to start doing something different to see something different. You know what I'm saying? You can continue living life the way that you're living life. You can continue with your routines as you have them now, but understand that as you keep up with those routines, the life that you're living is going to remain the same. If you want something different, if you want this abundant energy, you have to try new things out. You have to look at the world with a different perspective. You have to, you know, take that chance, or you have to, you know, talk to that person or have that conversation. This Judgment card, cycles, is a crossing position. So whatever you're supposed to be tapping into, Taurus, you haven't tapped into yet, and it can be very easy for you to tap into it. Just be open. Instead of being super in your earth, tap into a little bit of air. Be a little bit more open to meeting new people and seeing new things and learning new things. You have the Leap of Faith card in the position of the Leap of Faith, so this really just tells me, hey, Taurus, like, just go for it. We're ending out the year. Be a little reckless, not necessarily, like, wild reckless, but, you know, wild out a little bit. Meet some new people. Do something different. Do something wild for a change and see where it takes you. Probably to bringing this Judgment card into an upright position and supporting card for the abundance energy, right? All right. The next card that you guys have coming up in this spread is the Ace of Wands, and this is in the position of where you need to look at things in terms of the bigger picture. And what's funny is I actually flipped the spread, but the way that I ended up reading it, I believe, is how I was supposed to read it for you, so that is how I'm going to read it. This will be the position of where you need to look at things in terms of the bigger picture. You got the Ace of Wands. So this is the Ace card. This is a start. This is a new start. This is a new beginning. Again, we're going back to talking about cycles and talking about change and coming into new chapters. This is the beginning of movement, the beginning of will, the beginning of drive, the beginning of passion, right? Taurus, this abundant energy, and I cannot stress this enough, especially when I talk about people's careers, and I get the same sense of energy here for this spread. You can tap into so much abundance. You can tap into so much success, especially if you're putting in that type of energy to what it is that you're doing. So you need to look at things in the bigger picture. Taurus, are you doing what makes you happy? On a day-to-day, are you at least devoting a little bit of energy to doing something that you feel passionate about? Or are you just going through the motions? Are you just going from day to day in your earth, in your finances, in your routines, in your, you know, your foundations? Or like I said, are you doing anything that makes you feel moved? Do you feel a fire sparked inside of you when you do anything in your day-to-day? Look at the bigger picture, and if you don't, figure out how to incorporate that energy into your life, because it is time. feel like you can't get to this abundant energy if you're not putting in that fiery, you know, positive, passionate energy behind what it is that you're doing. And this Fool card also coming up here telling me is that this lending your energy or even being open to putting this type of energy into something might be something completely different for you, but it is time, like I said, to do something different, to see something different. All right. Okay. All right, Taurus. So this is a really positive spread for you. I'm kind of liking this one. Really for you guys, it's all about, you know, just being open to new experiences is really the message that I get for you here. What do you have coming up next? That is the 8 of Earth, and that is the card that fell out as I was shuffling when I started your spread, right? This is in the position of your soul message. So again, this is a card that resonates with the energy of doing what you love and loving what it is that you do. And this is also a card that points to a time of abundance coming in for you. So Taurus, again, this very much so kind of turned into a career spread for you or a foundational spread for you. I think whatever you're doing right now, if it doesn't have anything to do with what you love, it's time to kick whatever shit you got going on to the curb and tap into something that you are passionate about, because what it's looking like is that you can create a bunch of success and abundance from tapping into your passions. And you've got the Judgment card here, so there's just something that has to be triggered in you for you to recognize and understand that you don't want to live the life of the 9 to 5, and if that's your passion, then yeah, sure, go for it. But you'd rather be living a life that you enjoy, and you like to be making the money that you need to be making, doing things that you enjoy, and it's very possible for you. You guys have that earth energy behind you to where you can actually make that happen and see that come into fruition. Whew. Might want to be a Taurus for the Sagittarian lunar cycle, let me tell y'all. Okay, you guys, I hope those cards provided you with some insight. If you feel like you need a little bit more clarification or you want your own personal reading, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. I do have a bunch of specialized readings on there. And if you don't see anything on there that you like, go on and shoot me an email. We can talk. If you like this video, if you like this message, please give me a little thumbs up. I surely would appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about this reading, feel free to drop them down below. I do check my channel pretty frequently, so I will respond to you so long as it is positive. Positive energy only. If it's not positive, I'm deleting it. Or depending on the day, my Mercury is in a fire sign, so y'all figure out what that means and, you know, leave that at that. When I say like, comment. If you have any Taurus friends or friends with a lot of Taurus placements or friends with Taurus boos and bays, you can send them this link, help them get it all together, help them figure all the things out. What else? Like, comment, share. Did I say share? Yes. And subscribe. Yes, if you're still listening to me talk, we are 18 minutes in. Go on and hit the little bell so you can keep up with when I put out new content. I've got a lot of cool changes coming up in this new year and over the next year, and I would love for you guys to be a part of it. So if you don't mind, go on and hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. And I think that's it. Go on and check out all of those videos that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next time.